We are going to be looking at what we call change in quantity demanded and change in demand. Change in quantity demanded and change in demand. Now, change in quantity demanded is a movement in the demand curve. Change in quantity demanded is a what? A movement in the demand curve. Now, out of all the factors affecting demand we mentioned earlier, it is only one factor that causes a change in quantity demand of a commodity, and which is price. It's only price that causes a change in quantity demand of a commodity. Now, we have two types of change in quantity demanded. We have increase in quantity demanded and we have decrease in quantity demanded. What will happen to price that will lead to an increase in quantity demanded? It is when the price of the commodity is what? It's when the price of the commodity is low. When the price of a commodity is low, there's going to be an increase in quantity demanded for that commodity. Am I communicating? Now, that is one. Then two, there's going to be a decrease in quantity demand when the price of the commodity is what? Is high. There's going to be a decrease in quantity demand. A decrease in quantity demanded when the price of the commodity is what? Is high. So, looking at these two diagrams, these two curves, this demand curve, we have P1, P2, Q2, Q1, P2 and P1, whatever. So in counting your 1, 2, 3, your 1 comes before 2, abi? So it means that from 1 here, it goes up to what? To 2. So what does it illustrate? This indicates that what? There's a increase in price. So here we have high price. So making this quantity to move from Q1 to Q2. So this is a leftward, a backward movement. So this illustrates what? A decrease. Or this demonstrates a decrease. So this is a what? A decrease in quantity demand curve. This is a decrease in quantity demand curve caused by increase in price of the commodity. Now the second curve falls from P1 to P2. The price falls from P1 to P2, leading to what? The movement of the quantity from Q1 to Q2. So this illustrates that what? There is an increase in quantity demanded. This is what? Increase in quantity demand curve. Am I communicating? The price here increases from P1 to what? To P2, which leads to a movement of quantity from Q1 to what? To Q2, which illustrates what? A decrease in quantity demanded. Then the second curve, the price falls from P1 to what? To P2, leading to a movement in the curve from Q1 to what? To Q2, which illustrates and what? Which illustrates an increase in quantity demand. So that is that regarding or about change in quantity demanded. Change in quantity demanded. And note, change in quantity demanded is affected by price alone. Change in quantity demanded is affected by what? Price alone. Now, the second one is change in demand. Change in demand. Now, this is a shift. This is a shift in the demand curve. This is a shift in the demand curve. Now, change in quantity demanded is a what? A movement in the demand curve, while change in demand is a what? A shift in the demand curve. Now, we know that there's only one factor that causes a change in quantity demanded, which is what? Price. Which is what? Price. Then all other factors like your price of other commodities, income of the consumer, weather condition, change in taste, war, what have you. All other factors causes a change in demand. All other factors affecting demand causes a what? A change in demand. While it is only price that causes a change in quantity demanded. Are we there? Now, your change in demand also has two types. We have we have increase in demand and we have decrease in demand. We have increase in demand and we have decrease in demand. Now, increase in demand is a what? A rightward shift. Is a what? A rightward shift in the demand curve. Increase in demand is a what? A rightward shift in the demand curve. Now, it is when all other factors affecting demand is favorable to the consumer. It is when all other factors affecting demand is what? Is favorable to the consumer. Meaning that, let's take out one of those factors, all other factors affecting demand, like income of the consumer. Now, let's say Mr. Tunde works in a company and earns 30,000 naira per month. He was now promoted and now is earning 1 million naira per month. Now, that factor income of the consumer is now favorable to Mr. A, right? So, which is going to make Mr. A's demand to what? To increase. Am I communicating? Mr. A earns 13,000 naira before, now he's earning 1 million naira. So his income is what? Is favorable. That factor is what? Is favorable. So which will lead to what? An increase in demand of Mr. A. This is what I'm talking about. Let's say at the same price of a commodity, because we said price is not a factor that causes a change in demand. Are you there? So at the same price of this commodity, this was when Mr. A was earning 30,000 naira per month before his salary is increased to 1 million. Now, when his salary is increased to 1 million, his demand will increase, meaning his demand will move forward. So this is now his new demand curve. So Mr. A's demand increases because the income is favorable. So this is a rightward shift or an outward shift in demand curve. In JAMB, they call it outward shift in the demand curve. So that is when the factor affecting demand is what? Is favorable to the consumer. Now, in the case where Mr. A was earning 1 million naira per month, he was now demoted because he traveled to his village. When he came back, the village people has performed magic. He was now demoted, now earning 30,000 naira per month. Now, in this case, that factor, which is income of the consumer, is unfavorable to Mr. A. Someone who earns 1 million per month now earn 30,000 naira per month. So what will happen to his demand? His demand is going to what? It's going to decrease. Am I communicating? Now look at his demand curve. At the same price of a commodity, when it was earning 1 million naira per month, this is demand curve. When it was earning 1 million naira per month. Now his salary was now reduced to 30,000 naira per month, which is unfavorable to Mr. A. So his demand is not going to move forward. It's going to move what? Backward. It's going to move what? Backward. So in this case, this is an inward shift. This is what? An inward shift in the demand curve. An inward shift or a leftward shift in the demand curve. A leftward shift in the demand curve. Now, decrease in demand is when all other factors affecting demand is unfavorable to the consumer. When all other factors affecting demand is what? Unfavorable to the consumer. So in JAMB, in your JAMB, and they will give you a diagram like this, a curve, and they will give you options. Option A, B, C, and D. They will ask you, is this increase in quantity demanded or decrease in quantity demanded, or is this an increase in demand or a decrease in demand? Now, this your diagram is not an increase in quantity demand. The answer is what? Increase in demand. Like I said, increase in quantity demanded is affected by price alone. It's affected by what? Price alone. So in this case, your price is not changing, so price is not affected. So in this case, it is what? It is an increase in quantity demanded. So using the same option for this diagram, the answer to this is going to be what? Decrease in demand, not decrease in quantity demanded, because your price is not affected. Am I communicating? Because the price is not what? Affected. So that is that concerning change in quantity demanded and change in demand. So, moving on, let's talk about elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. Now, elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness of demand to change due to change in income, price, and other factors affecting demand. That is, how demand reacts to little change, how demand reacts or responds to little change in price, income, and other factors affecting it. Now, we have three types of elasticity of demand. We have what we call price elasticity of demand. We have income elasticity of demand. And lastly, we have cross elasticity of demand. We have price elasticity, income elasticity, and cross elasticity of demand. Taking the first one is price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand. Now, your price elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness of demand to change due to little change in price. Due to little change in what? In price. The degree of responsiveness of demand to change due to what? Little change in price alone. That is wrong. The price elasticity of demand. Now, measurement. Measurement of price elasticity. Elasticity of demand. Measurement of price elasticity of demand. Now, for JAMB students, you might be asked to identify the formula for calculating price elasticity of demand. You might be asked to us to identify the formula for calculating price elasticity of demand. So, take note, your price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in what? In price. Now the short form for your formula, you can either see this full form in your option when you're asked to identify the formula for calculating price elasticity of demand. It's either you see this full form of this formula, or you see the shorten. So the shorten of this formula is a percentage. This is a symbol for percentage, and this symbolizes change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in what? In price. Now, making use of this formula, we have two steps, but I will just give you the easiest step. Making use of this formula, it takes 3 steps to get to your final answer. The first step is to calculate for what? Percentage change in quantity demanded. That's step 1. Step 2 is to calculate your percentage change in price. Your step 3 is now to divide what you have gotten in step 1 with what you have gotten in step 2. I know you are confused. Let me explain. Step 1. Step 1 is to calculate what? Percentage change in quantity demanded. How do we get percentage change in quantity demanded? It's going to be what? Q2 minus Q1 over Q1 times 100 over 1. Your answer will end in percent. What is Q1? Q1 is your old quantity. Your old quantity. Q2 is your what? Your new quantity. So your new quantity minus your old quantity divided by your old quantity multiplied by 100 over 1 will give us our what? Percentage change in quantity demanded. That is step 1. Step 2. Step 2 is to calculate your what? Percentage change in price. Percentage change in price. Now the percentage change in price is going to be P2 minus P1 over P1 times 100 over 1. Your answer will end in what? In percent. P1 is what? Old price. P2 is what? New price. So your new price minus old price divided by old price times 100 over 1 will give us our percentage change in what? In price. So your last step, which is your third step, your step 3, you now say your price elasticity of demand equals percentage change in quantity demanded you have gotten in step 1. You have gotten in step 1 we'll divide the percentage change in price we have gotten in step 2. Percentage cancel out percentage. So this divided by this will give you your what? Your price elasticity of demand. So the formula is what? The price elasticity of demand equals percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in what? In price. I told you your first step is to calculate your percentage change in quantity demanded, which is your what? Q2 minus Q1 over Q1 times 100 over 1. So your Q2, first of all, the first number here is going to be your what? For Q1. This is going to be your Q2. The first price is going to be Q1. The second price is going to be your what? Your P2. So identify what is on the table before you proceed. Your Q2 there is what? 16 minus Q1, which is what? 20 divided by Q1, which is what? 20 multiplied by 100 over 1. Are we there? Multiplied by 100 over 1. So 16 minus 20 is minus 4. In demand, we throw away the what? Throw away the minus. We have what? 4 over what? 20 times 100 over 1. So this times this will give us what? 400 divided by what? 20. The father kill your mother. So we have what? 20%. 20% is our what? Our percentage change in quantity demanded. That's step 1. Step 2 is to calculate percentage change in price, which is your what? P2 minus P1 over P1 times 100 over 1. So your P2 is what? 8 minus P1, 5 over 5 times 100 over 1. So 8 minus 5 is what? 3 over 5 times 100 over 1. 3 times 100 is 300 over 5. 3 and 1, from 5 here 1, 5 in 30 is 6, right? 5 in 30 is 6. So you have 60% for our percentage change in price. Our third step now said your price elasticity of demand will be equal to percentage change in quantity demanded that I've gotten in step 1, which is what? 20%. 20%. We divide percentage change in price that I've gotten in step 2, which is what? 60%. Percentage cancel percentage. 20 divided by 60 will give us what? 0.33. So our answer is what? Option A, 0.33. Option A is the correct answer.